makes you believe it's going to change?
Coming out every week, you get a chance to, put all your hard work on the field, and of course it's tough to come out and not have success. But, we come out every Sunday after the game, we kind of lick the wounds and kind of just look ourselves in the eye and in the mirror and realize, we're putting all this hard work in and sometimes it doesn't go our way. But we just know, just keep working hard and we're going to keep pushing the barrier and keep pushing the line, and it'll work out for us. So.
How hard is that one to swallow on Saturday night?
Definitely one of the tougher ones I've had. I was recruited by UNLV for a while, and then it kind of just dropped out, and then Fresno State came along, and it's always been a game for me that I want to play hard and I want to beat every team in our conference. But that was definitely a tough one. It definitely was hard for me to swallow. I know it was hard for the team to swallow. It's hard for all our seniors, and there's a lot of guys out there that we fight hard, we play hard football. We do make mistakes. I make mistakes. Our team makes mistakes, but every college team in this world makes mistakes. But we're just making more than usual, and I think we're going to pick it up. I really think we work hard in practice. We have good, solid days of practice, so it's definitely a tough game to swallow.
Those questions back here.
Aaron, you're talking about having good days of practice. Does it become more difficult to have good days of practice when you start losing a couple games in a row?
I definitely think, yeah, it does. But at the same time, we show glimpses of being a great offensive and defensive team. I think out of practice, it's still fun. You're out there against your buddies playing a game that you've loved for a long time. I think the losses do make it harder, but at the same time, we've shown glimpses of being a good team. Shown glimpses of being able to beat pretty much any team here. So I think it's harder, but I think at the same time, it kind of drives us to want to be a better team and get that nasty feeling out of our gut and get some wins.
Are those glimpses what drives you that you feel like you're close?
Definitely. I think we've scratched the surface. That's all we've done. We can be a great team here. I think we have great leaders. Our quarterback's a good quarterback. We're getting it done. But I think we just need to play better at times. There's times where we need to fight a little longer on a play, get a better block, make tackles, and it really just comes down to fundamental football for us.
During the week, just kind of walking around campus, are you able to get a sense of, like, your classmates, like other people on campus, how they are feeling about the football team these days?
Not really. It's not really like that here. Our fans are always very supportive. I'm just on campus just trying to go to class.
What has been the issues on the offensive line trying to protect you?
I think, me being a leader on the offensive line, we're still trying to find who we are as an offensive line. We show glimpses of all five of us playing as one, and then we show glimpses of four of us and then one making a mistake. Me, myself making mistakes, not pointing any fingers. It comes down to all of us. I think there's times where we just need to play like a Division I offensive line. There's times where we're not playing like that, and that's unexcusable. We need to play harder. We need to fight harder as an offensive line and protect the young boy.
Aaron, both you guys and Matt are looking for their first conference win of the season. Just how big is this game for you guys?
I think it's very crucial for us. I think it could get us started. I think it could catapult us into stacking some games and getting some wins. And we need a win. This team needs a win because it kind of just bumps the morale. It helps us get going and say, okay, hey, look, this is where we're at. We have some stuff to build on. Let's build on it. So I think it's very important for us to get a win this week, and for us to have a good week of practice and go out there and get a W.
Building on what you just said. You just said it's important you get this win. You need this win. How hard is it to go into practice every week when you're not getting them? I mean, that's what you're doing this for, right? That's what you're practicing for. That's what you're going out there for. When you don't see the payoff of that victory, how hard is it to keep going out there?
It's definitely pretty difficult, but that's the game. Teams lose every week and have to pick themselves up and go out to practice. So that's really what it comes down to. We keep fighting, and we keep saying, like, hey, we're a nitty-gritty team that's going to go out there and fight every Saturday. And, it doesn't just happen on Saturday. You don't just roll out there and play a game. There's tough weeks and hard weeks, and of course, the longer you get in the season, the harder it is to practice anyway, and it doesn't help that you don't have any wins. But at the same time, you gotta love the game, and if you love the game, practice is easy and practice is fun, and it's fun. And you get out there and you could be able to get some wins on Saturday.
Do you feel like this team's in a position where if you get that win in a conference game on the road this weekend, that could be kind of the thing you've been waiting for to kind of push the boulder a little bit. You know, you guys hung up against the loss.
I think 100%. I think a win this weekend would kind of just be the driving motor, would be the force that would be able to push us forward and be able to stack some wins. You know, a good win, having a good win, you can look back and say, okay, that's what we did good. Let's build on it. You know, let's put this together and put that together and put the game plan together, and let's go get more wins and stack them together.
Second, the outcome of what happened on Saturday. You guys were coming off that double overtime loss to Tulsa where you had that 31-0 lead. You knew that UNLV had just lost at home to Idaho. You both had the same conference record. They were playing with their backup quarterback. What was the mindset of this team going into Las Vegas?
I think coming off that loss, you know, we did a lot of things very, very good. We played hard, and we played a long game, and in double overtime, you know, that was a gut-wrenching loss. But I think it kind of showed, like, how explosive we could be as an offense. You know, putting 31 points up in a quarter and a half, like, that's impressive. And we knew, like, okay, if we can do that against UNLV, you know, we're going to be all right. And I think in the locker room before, it showed we were ready. We were ready to play. And, you know, sometimes there's more than just showing it. It's more of being action and going out and doing it. So I think we just were pumped up, but we just didn't fundamentally play good football on Saturday.
Now that you guys lost the game and you look forward to the next game and hopefully a better outcome in Reno, you're no longer in control of your own fate within the Mountain West Conference. Before this week, you guys and Coach DeRuyter, you were all able to say that no matter what happened in the preseason portion of the schedule, if you win all your conference games, you could be conference champs. Now that you have to rely on somebody else, what is the state of your goals? What's the mindset of how you approach each week?
I don't think it really changes. I think what it comes down to is us. Us as a team, us as Fresno State, determine what we do. All we can control is winning games. We can control going out to practice, having good practices, and winning games. We can't control what other teams in the conference do. We lost that game on Saturday. That's our fault. But we can't control it anymore. It's behind us. So we put it in the rear view and we stack games. We get ready for the next one and the next one and the next one and just put games together and win games.
Coach talked after that Toledo game about you guys getting more physical, and he talked again today about having the ones against the ones, the first team offense against the first team defense live in practice, something you guys really hadn't done until the last week or two. Have you noticed a difference? What does that do for you when it's you going up against the first string D-line?
I definitely think the physicality is upped in practice. I think it helps us. You know, like you said, the good on good reps definitely adds up. You know, it's not much of a fall off from going against a scout team player, then all of a sudden on Saturday you're going against a guy who's just as good as you are. So the fall off's not as far. But, you know, practice is very hard to simulate how fast the game is. And being a young offensive line and having young tackles and guys who never played before, you know, you got to tell them, like, hey, like, it's going to happen 10 times faster than it happened just now. You know, so it's definitely the one-on-ones does help, but it's, you know, the cutoff the drop-off is definitely different there.